Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much, man. We done seen too much. We've been through too much. We are experiencing way too much, man. God to reveal himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim. SLI simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's never promised, so all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word, sitting by the fire, just chilling, just getting my thoughts together. But really, I came to tell y'all that they are no longer in control. They was never in control, you know what I'm saying? But these enemies, these people had power and they had position, they had title, they had a say-so, they had pull, they had prestige, they had people scared of them and intimidated. But now that that's wearing off and people starting to see the truth, that these people that just spend all day huffing and puffing and making threats and talking about what you gonna do, and you trying to cause discourse amongst God's people, you trying to cause people to be hateful, you trying to cause people to be lost, you trying to cause people to be misguided, man. All they had was their little image, they little, you know what I'm saying? But once that was gone, once that wore off and people started seeing the truth, people started seeing how weak they are, how miserable they are, how unhappy they are, how unsatisfied they are, and they just seeing that these some hateful people who are miserable and they just want some company. You know what I'm saying, man? I've been having to take a break, literally. It's been several attempts made on my life, you know what I mean? And it's just for me being me. It's just for me standing on what I'm standing on God business, and really just out here for the kingdom, and really out here just to get this message. And people do not like that. They can't control the little demons that they got in them, because, see, that's what people think. They think that they could play with the enemy, they could play with the devil, and then they gonna win that battle. They think that they could play with these people and entities and beings and these principalities and these powerful dark lords in these high places. They think they can play with these people and play with these things and still have something of yourself at the end. No, once you let these dark forces in, it's like a virus. Once you let this stuff in your system, you can't control what it does to your system. So all I'm trying to say is you got to stay away from that, because once hate get inside of you, once jealousy get inside of you, once pride get inside of you, once envy get inside of you, once lust, once slothfulness, once all these things get inside of you and it takes hold, and you continue to feed that instead of feeding your spirit, man, you feeding your fears, you're feeding your insecurities, you're feeding your instant gratification, you feeding your flesh, you feeding your right now. At some point, your spirit, man, is going to get tired, and you're going to clash with yourself. You're going to clash with reality. You're going to clash with the universe. You're going to clash with God, because you cannot do anything on your own. There's nothing in this world that you want happen that's good that you can do without God. So it's a lot of people, again, trying to be false gods and try to be these lowercase g guys, and they have been getting away with these things because they've been having people under their thumb or under their influence or under their manipulation or their little spell, because people go through extreme measures. People use black magic. People go to mediums. People stalk you, you know, on social sites. People wish bad things upon you. All these things is nothing but casting spells, and they trying to bring harm, destruction. They trying to steal, kill, and destroy you. But what happens is, when you so protected and covered by God, first of all, you're going to get a warning. So whatever the enemy trying to do, you going to know first. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to announce it. They can't just come and put their hands on you or come just take you out. Nah, they got to tell you their plans, because if they don't tell you or tell you, the universe, what they trying to do, you feel me, it's going to come back even more. It's already going to come back even harder on them, because they sitting with this anger. They sitting with this hate. They sitting with this jealousy, and it's letting them stew on the inside, and then they got so much hate towards you. When they see you ain't even got to do nothing to you, and that's what you're seeing. You just seeing a lot of what people been holding in, or you seeing a lot of thoughts and feelings that people been suppressing, and whenever they see you, all the truth is it's just starting to come out. You know, I done been cussed out for no reason. I got cussed out for whistling the other day. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many people that's just unhappy, and just so many people that's just sick, and so many people that are not where they want to be in life. And when they see that you are in a good place, they see that you have received your heaven on earth, you have received your paradise because of the relationship that you have with God, and because you chose to pick up your cross and just walk and just endure and just go through all this suffering in order to become the best version of yourself. You feel me? they're mad, they're upset. You know what I'm saying? The devil's so stupid, he got himself kicked out of paradise. That's why he's so bad. He know how good it feels to be under God's wing and under God's protection and have God's love shown your way. You know what I'm saying? He know how it feel to have that ultimate person that's in control of everything on your side, and he knows that no matter what goes on in his life, nothing will happen to you because of where you stand and where you are in your salvation. You so saved and you so holy and you so spiritual, you so just consumed by the fire of God that, bro, like everything that isn't of God is been burnt off. Anything that is not of God, you've been letting it fall off, and you've been leaving your old self and your old ways and your old thinking and your old reactions and old responses to life behind, and you've been walking closer and closer towards your dream and toward the best day of your breakthrough, your blessings is becoming of you. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that's just not in control. You know what I'm saying? They was able to lie. They was able to continue to just stall and just, excuse me, basically keep manipulating themselves into a good spot, but now nobody believe them. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't heard it all before. They didn't seen this before. And then once somebody tell you something or they didn't show you something over a period of time, man, that's who they are. I don't care what they say. And man, this ain't me and I'm not like, but you steady doing it. You steady saying it. That is you. You know what I'm saying? So this year, the truth, everybody's truth is being revealed, and you seeing that it's just a lot of suckers out there. It's just a lot of punks out there. It's just a lot of dummies, you know, with degrees, and it's a lot of cowards with capital. It's a lot of just, it's uneven, but God has restored and he's continuing to flip the order. So they have been first for so long. Now they're starting to get a taste what it feels like to be second, or to be not thought of, or to be overlooked, or to be unheard, or to be not even had no special consideration, no attention paid to them. They don't know how that feel. They don't know how it feel to get told no, to have doors closed. They don't know how to struggle. They don't know what it is to really be down on your luck, and you got to fight through that. You got to get through the mud. You got to keep your wits about you. You got to keep your self-esteem. You got to keep your confidence. You got to keep your spirits high. They don't know nothing about that because they've been taking so many shortcuts. They've been taking so many back doors. They can be taking so many easy way outs. You know what I'm saying? They so confused and so lost and turned around that they just mad at the world right now. They really mad at themselves because they looking at their decisions that they made, and they looking at the rewards that they getting for their behavior, and then the fruit that they getting for their labor is rotten fruit. You know what I'm saying? That's what they've been doing. Whenever you do things in the dark, whenever you do things out of anger, whenever you do things out of maliciousness, whenever you do things and you know what you're doing, and you know you're trying to get over, and you know you're trying to get something past somebody, man, all that's gonna come back on you. So all these things that they've been doing to these people, to us, to God's people, to his chosen people, to his light dwellers and light carriers, all that is starting to come back on them. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and they are being shown right now that they are no longer in control. They have no power. They have no say-so. They have no dominion. They don't even have a part in your story. So I tell people to leave me alone, stay away from me, because I didn't see my future and you're not part of it. So if I didn't see my future and you're not part of it, and you decide to cross paths with me, and you doing this, and it's a negative interaction, when it comes down, if it's going to be me or you, oh, God going to choose me. I'm letting you know. It ain't nothing to think about. It ain't nothing to talk about. It ain't nothing to argue about. He gonna choose me. He didn't already told me. He didn't already show me. And then if I ever get to a point to where I got to put my hands on somebody and bless somebody, if I'm already to that point, that means that I've already asked God for permission to act and to do what I need to do. And he's going to ensure that I make it back home safe and sound the exact same way, the way that I left my house. You know what I'm saying? Because you want your peace. You want your breakthrough. You want your blessings. You want your joy. You want your happiness. You want all these things that come with staying on this walk with Christ, right? And there's a lot of people that are in the way of that. You know what I mean? So this is not a time to be peaceful. When you want your peace, it is war. You have to take your peace. You have to claim your peace. You gotta, everything that the enemy has stolen from you, it would be restored, but it has to be done by force. You got to think, man, if somebody got control over you or power over you or dominion over you or some type of say over you, they not just going to give that up willingly. No, you got to take it. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to take back your life and to take back control and to put things back into your hands, and it's always in God's hands, but I'm saying put it back in your hands to where you feel comfortable, to where you feel like you're being restored, renewed, and released. You got to stick with God, and he's going to vindicate you. And that's what you're seeing. It's a lot of times where people have been holding you accountable for something you didn't do. They've been blaming you for things you didn't say. They've been saying you're responsible for these tragedies and these events that you ain't even had no part. And all this time, people have been believing a lie. But guess what? Now they see the truth. They're going to have to come back and apologize. They're going to have to come back on everything they said to you and done to you because of their assumptions and because of what they believe based on what somebody else was saying. And now that they know the truth, they're going to have to come back because they know that you are the way to prosperity. You are the way to blessings. You are the way to breakthrough. You are the way to salvation. You are the way to peace. You are the way to consistency. So it's no point now to even trip. Don't be bothered by why you getting so much negative attention. Because we know, because we doing it, because we figured it out, because we special, because we one of one, because we are God's chosen people, man. That's why people gonna hate, bro. And guess what? They can't do nothing. All they can do is sit back and bump their guns and make these threats and try to do this. But whatever they plan to do is not going to prosper. You're going to be protected. I'm telling you, you standing on holy ground. Wherever you stand is holy ground because you continue to put God first. You feel me? You continue to put yourself last. You put God first. You put others first. You know what I'm saying? So God has no choice but to put you first now. So you're going to be elevated, bro, in the presence of your enemy. He's going to set a table so you can dine in front of them, and you're going to be able to walk around a room full of snakes and not get bit. You're going to be able to be in the presence of danger and not feel nothing, bro. You can sleep peacefully in front of them and not worry about them doing anything to you. That's how protected and coveted you are by Christ. So you just got to keep going, stand on your purpose, stand on your 10 toes, and trust me, don't let nothing slide. I know it's aggravating. I know it's frustrating to be attacked over and over and over again, but you got to think, man, your light is big. Your light is grand. Your purpose and the promise that God has over your life is immense. So the enemy is trying to take you out before you get to that day, because once you get to your day and you get that breakthrough, a blessing, it is a wrap. It's already a wrap, and you ain't even got nothing but let you go back to God on a daily. You pray without ceasing, and you've been so thankful, and you just been so humble, and you just been so appreciative, you know, despite that all that's going on, despite the trouble that's going your way, going back and forth to court, like I say, dealing with these people from your past who's trying to have some type of stake in your present and some type of stronghold over your future. You've been dealing with yourself. You've been getting past everything that you've been through, everything that you done put other people through. So now God is saying, man, you done been with me, and you done stuck with me, and you done trusted me at your worst, and you done allowed me to do my job and do my part, and you've trusted me at my word to fulfill and give you the desires of your heart. So that's what is happening now, and the universe don't like it. They don't like it. The enemy don't like it. You know what I mean? Because he tried everything in his power to break you, to steal you, to kill you, to destroy you. The enemy even told me, he said, I ain't never going to give up. I ain't never going to stop. And guess what? I ain't going to stop either. I don't get tired. You know what I mean? The enemy got to get tired, because negativity only lasts so long. That's why you need so many bursts. It's like a quick high. You know what I'm saying? It's going to pop you off, and you're going to be high and stumbling. But the next 5 minutes, you're going to have to get high again, you know what I'm saying, to just keep that. But when God touch you, he touch you one time, you could feed off that for the rest of your life. He could touch you one time and tell you something one time, and you can live off that information and that wisdom, truth, knowledge, and understanding for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to stay in the pocket. We see where the attacks is coming from. We see exactly who is up against us. We see that they just hate us for no reason. They hate us because we lit. Turn up on them even more. Stay lit. Don't turn down for nobody. And I'm telling you, pop it now. Say it now. Speak it now from your chest, because you done been through too much, and you done seen too much to go backwards or let somebody trick you out your spot. No, you stand guard, and you hold firm to God's unchanging hand, and you just continue to lean upon his understanding and not yours. And he's going to take you to every opportunity. He's going to make sure that you get the best out of that day, the best out of that moment, and the best out of life, and the best out of yourself. But trust me, bro, they are not in control no more. It's obvious, bro. The enemy holds no power, bro. They are cowards. They are tired. They hating. They envious. They jealous. All these things. So just continue to smile in their face, man. And remember, when you're dealing with these people, you're not dealing with flesh and blood. You dealing with the spirit that's inside of them. So always continue, when you have your opposition, you have these times where you got to stand your ground. There's no way you can avoid it. There's no way you could go around it. No way you could go over it, under it. And you just got to go through it. Continue to call out these spirits by name. And that's how you defeat these enemies. That's how you defeat these spirits, and never fall into their trap. Don't ever take the bait. Don't ever hit first. Don't ever strike first. Don't ever be on the attack. If it's going to come, let it come to you. Then you react and respond. If they going to start it, then it's your job to finish it. But like I say, these people, they are no longer in control. You know what I'm saying? They never was, but now God is really showing you they are powerless. They are empty. You feel me? They just the walking dead. They just some zombies walking here on earth, being controlled by whatever the powers that be say. You know what I'm saying? You free. You free, bro. So just continue to live, continue to light it up, continue to be you, continue to be brave, continue to be courageous, man. For God I live, for God I fly. Till next time, they are no longer in control. Slim.